When we think about healthy relationships, certain things immediately come to mind: intimacy, security, respect, good communication, and feeling valued. These are some of the essentials that most people would agree are crucial for healthy relationships. Researchers agree as well. There is a vast literature on romantic relationships that has identified the characteristics of healthy relationships, and the list I just provided includes many of them. Researchers also agree on what makes relationships unhealthy: things like constant fighting that prevents problem resolution, not being able to seek support from a partner when needed, contempt, criticism, hostility, and violence. When these problems occur in relationships, they can cause significant unhappiness. They can lead to the end of relationships and divorce, and can literally make people physically and emotionally sick. This is why it is crucial for people to have healthy relationships. But here's the problem: how many people actually really know, what to do day to day to create healthy relationships? My point is this: we can know what a healthy relationship looks like, but most people have no idea how to achieve one, and no one teaches us how to do this. We need to teach people how to have healthy relationships. Now, do you know when we usually try to do this? After it's too late. It's called couples therapy. I do couples therapy, and it can be wonderful. But many people come to couples therapy with so many issues and entrenched patterns that they simply cannot change. It's too late. Do you know when else we try to teach people how to have healthy relationships? Right before they get married. It's called premarital education. And it's a good idea, teaching people how to have a good relationship while they're still presumably happy. So, let me talk about the skills. The first one is insight. Insight is about awareness, understanding, and learning. With insight, you'll have a better idea of who you are, what you need, what you want, why you do the things you do. For example, let's say you're being really irritable with your partner. With insight, you might realize or understand that it's not that your partner is doing anything wrong, but that you're really stressed at work. What you really need is to relax a bit, so it doesn't affect your relationship. Insight will also let you know your partner better. Let's say your partner is late for a date. With insight, you'll know why. For instance, maybe your partner is late for everything. It has nothing to do with you or the relationship. It's just how your partner is. With insight, you'll be able to anticipate the positive and negative consequences of your behavior. For example, you'll know that if you send that nasty text message, it's not going to end well. Maybe it would be better to make a phone call instead. With insight, you'll be able to learn from your mistakes in ways that allow you to behave differently in the future. So, maybe you recognize that you're the kind of person who tends to get too involved too quickly. You get swept up in the romance of things, and then things don't work out. So, you'll be able to say, well, you know what, next time I'm going to take things a little more slowly and not make the same mistake. And with insight, you'll have a better understanding of what really is right for you in a relationship. Maybe you're the kind of person who really needs a monogamous. The third skill is emotion regulation. And emotion regulation is about regulating your feelings in response to things that happen in your relationship. With emotion regulation, you'll be able to keep your emotions calm and keep things that happen in your relationship in perspective. So, you might think, oh my God, this is a disaster. This is the worst thing ever. How am I going to deal with this? With emotion regulation, you'll think, you know what, I can deal with this. This is going to be okay. There's a way to deal with this. I'll figure it out. It's going to be okay. With emotion regulation, you'll be able to tolerate uncomfortable feelings and not act impulsively, so you can think through your decisions more clearly. So, let's say you're waiting for your partner to text you back. That message isn't coming, you're getting really anxious, you're checking your phone every 2 seconds. So, let me give you an example of how this works. The other day, I was talking to someone, and she said that when her partner asked her what she wanted for her birthday, she said she didn't want anything. So, guess what? She didn't get anything. And she was really mad, and they had a big fight. Why? Because she really wanted a present, she just didn't want to say so, she wanted him to somehow know. That's called mind reading. It's a terrible idea, it never works. If she had been using the skills, insight would have allowed her to know herself well enough to realize that she really did want something, and if she didn't get it, she'd be mad. Insight also would have let her know that her partner was the type to take what she said literally. Mutuality would have allowed her to actually ask for what she wanted, in a direct and clear way. And emotion regulation would have allowed her to deal with any feelings she was having that were getting in the way of doing that. So, maybe she was feeling a little anxious. What would he think if she asked for what she needed? Or maybe she was feeling guilty. She knew they were saving for a big trip and maybe thought he'd think she was being a bit greedy or something. If she had used the skills, she would have been able to say, you know what? I know we're saving for that trip, but I really like that necklace we saw the other day, and it wasn't that expensive. So, even at an early age, 13 and 14 years old, when these girls mostly weren't even in relationships, the more romantically competent they were, the more adaptive relational functioning they were showing, and the better mental health they were showing. We see the same things among young adults, ages 18 to 25. Young men and women who are more romantically competent feel more secure in their relationships. They also report making better decisions, can see warning signs when things aren't going well, and make conscious decisions with confidence. They're also better at seeking and providing support to their partners. So, they're more willing to ask for what they need and to use what their partners give them. And they're better at providing useful support when needed. And this is not just what they told us, we actually watched them doing this in our lab, where we asked them to talk to each other about a personal problem. Young people who were more romantically competent were also more satisfied in their relationships, were happier. And again, they reported fewer depressive symptoms and also fewer anxiety symptoms. So, overall, being romantically competent at a young age is associated with more adaptive relational functioning and greater individual